each other. So it's really on the code of trust, respecting each other, and really having somebody that you rock with for real, and y'all trust each other and lean on each other. But if that's not establishing a relationship, you don't know what the hell each of y'all doing.
But I would say this. I'm sorry. I would say that
Just like the
he said
military
that they
too.
were not having sex. Like, so they had some kind of schedule for her to not be having sex with him. So it was some kind of regularity there for him to notice that she was cheating.
Yeah, if he was going for a movie too, and they hadn't had sex in 8 months, and you 3 months pregnant, do the math.
I think both.
If I left you at home with the kids, I'm gonna call your ass in the middle of the night and ask you to like let the kids stalk the daddy. And if you can't do that shit, it's over. Like, where you at? Yeah.
What?
I ain't getting no excuses from that point. For what, you not in the house with the kids? No, I just had to get a babysitter at midnight. It's just a wrap. Fuck you, man.
If you have to do that, it's
chilling
already
with you no more, huh?
If you thought
right,
that's
if you have
true.
to do that, it's already a wrap.
That's fair, but sometimes I might be drunk from hanging out with the coworkers, and they're coming to the house like, man, I miss my wife. Let me call them.
Did you just say you would call at 3 a.m. to ask to speak to the kids?
Maybe shit. If I ain't been able to speak to them all day, maybe it's possible.
That's why Ruth said it. That's why Ruth.
That's exactly why Ruth said what she said.
That's why she said.
Especially if I feel a way about it. If I feel any type of way, like, man, some don't just, you get a feeling when things just don't seem right. I might just call like, all right.
Have you ever had to do that?
No, but if I got the feeling, I would do it.
Okay.
But I mean, it's like I said, it's the same. Celebrities have the same situations for people who go off on deployment, like military. You got to know that you got somebody with you and rocking with you.
When my wife was away at school, she had called me on the webcam, leave the webcam on, and I'd just be gone to come back. The webcam still on. She's just right there. Like, so that's why I say I ain't never had to do that shit.
She could have been in the other room though. Some girls are real slick.
Yeah, that's true, but I doubt it.
Put it on mute.
That shit was just I go out, come back, the webcam be right. Oh, okay, that's what's up.
Man, you had conversations before, bro.
Yeah,
I'll just go check it out to what I told you.
That wasn't me saying to do it. That's just, but all right, yeah. All right.
All right, let me go ahead and get
Trav said, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, D. What are your thoughts about
what Trav said? He said that men can't handle women cheating. Some women cannot handle a man cheating on her either. We the same when it comes to that. It's not gonna happen.
All right.
I beg to differ.
Oh wait, Lapeef, I just want to say, hey y'all, miss y'all. It's been a minute too. I just came on to start talking. I miss y'all. Hey.
All right, welcome back, Casey. Good to have you back.
Thank you.
Go ahead and get D in there first. Go ahead, D.
So as I'm listening to him, and I know people wonder sometimes why people stay in certain situations. And I know he mentioned a few times just the emotional state, like mental health. That's like one of the biggest things to where you can tell yourself, put it numb. You can tell yourself, like, you know what, I know I'm better than this, or eventually I can get this person to see my worth, or just everything that I'm doing. They will one day recognize me. So, I mean, it's very unfortunate, everything that he is saying now. But even when you're in that initial stage going through something, do you really get to process it once you get to sit back and just looking at the history of everything? So now I feel like more of that clear mindset, especially just mentioning his parents and seeing like, okay, this isn't how marriage should go. So you're getting that clear mind, but it's just, unfortunate to where it's just like and I can just say from my personal experience, how I've handled something. But if I'm looking at it from somebody else's eyes, I could be like, you shouldn't be in this. You shouldn't do that. So it's just, I don't know, like peace is just something to where how I know it aligns with my journey and everything else that's happening. And who's to say, could this been, the person for him, or if not, sometimes our personal feelings get in the way. We try to go for things that may or may not align with who we are, but just growth and just over time and just even learning from that. So, and as like a Black man to where, unfortunately today, I just feel like Black men really get like that bad rep or whatever. And if you have someone that has like a soft side per se. It's like, can he be this leader? But everybody is their own, like who they are, and just, you know, who you even just, you know, continue to connect yourself with. So it definitely is just trauma from the past that I feel that he is continuing to heal from. You know, there's no time limit off anything. And then what is next for him? But I'll digress some, but it's definitely just a journey that's continuing to be like, let me connect the dots, let me be sure. And then it's a safety net. If you don't want to go back into something ever again, your mind is going to replace certain things in certain situations. So now I can have this for myself and to be like, no. But you know, and just these green and red flags that, you know, everybody be talking about, when you're in it, sometimes you may not see it. He mentioned drinking. You know, he's numbing himself in that moment, but it's like, okay, now you in that woke stage. Now you're like, okay, like this wasn't good. This wasn't something that I should have been. And so, but I just hope he doesn't hold himself there, and just looking at where he is currently and just moving forward from that.
D, you brought up a good point, because he also talked about he lost his best friend was murdered. He also lost two uncles, and then he was also fighting a producer that he trusted, on top of going through this with his wife. So when they aborted the first baby, he didn't find out that the baby wasn't his until after the abortion. So he was processing
How
three
long after the
deaths.
abortion? How long
He
after
didn't
the
give
abortion?
he didn't give a timeline. He didn't give a timeline, but he did say after the baby was aborted, he found out that it wasn't his.
Before the next
So
baby?
yeah, before the next baby. In the midst of, but like I'm saying, Marcus, everybody is not like, if a person has the weight of the world literally on them, right? They're the star and originator, founder of a television show. They started at what he started at 15, 16 years old. And he's been on television his whole life from that point. Three deaths, you marry somebody and they basically take you to hell and back. So you're right. He want at some point he's probably trying to grasp for the little bit of dignity that he has by still presenting a picture that his marriage is worth something. Meanwhile, he talked about just bottling all of it up until he was just about to kill himself.
All right. When you watched him on them shows, did you not think he was the type of man that women would cheat on? Honestly.
I'm not, I really didn't, I'm not a fan, to be honest. I never really watched, I've
Did he
never
seem,
seen Good Burger or anything.
did he
I know
seem
who he is. I've never seen
extremely
any of it.
goofy? Like extremely goofy.
I'm
No.
familiar with Keenan and
Never mind.
Kel, but I've never watched any of their stuff.